Today we take you inside one of America's most unique religious communities. The Hasidic Jews in Brooklyn, New York. With over 1 million Jews, New York has more Jews than any other city in the world besides Tel Aviv.
We're not Zionists, we're pro-Jews.
Either you're very ignorant and you're dumb and stupid, then you would know that what you're claiming, Free Palestine, detrimental to them.
What are you taught about Jesus?
I'd say he left our religion, so we don't really support that.
But who are they? What do they do all day? How do they feel about everything from smartphones to Israel? In this video, we take you inside a Hasidic Jewish temple to find out.
Oh, the beepers.
It's not from Hezbollah.
It's not from Hezbollah, thank God.
I got a controversial question for you.
Oh, great.
What do you and the Jewish community in general think of Jesus?
I'm just getting a phone call.
This is Rabbi Kat, and he was our guide for this video.
And I spent 2 years on these benches studying to become an ordained rabbi. We used to call it bench pressing, Hasidic style.
Our journey began in front of the building where Hasidic Judaism started in the U.S.
Where are we right now?
So right now, we're standing in front of the world's most famous synagogue. Have you ever been inside a Hasidic synagogue before?
Never.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go inside. Here we go.
Once you go in, there's no going back.
Okay.
We then went inside 770 where he told us more about the movement.
Should I take my hat off?
No, leave it on.
Okay, wow, all right.
It's always good to cover your head. Mazel tov. The community relocated here. The whole movement fit into this living room. The previous Rebbe escaped from Nazi Germany, and he came with the remnants from Nazi Germany and the KGB in Russia who survived. And he told people in this very room, we're going to change the world.
Because if you talk about saving the world, I mean, are you looking for converts?
No, we're not looking for converts. But in the prophets,
Yes.
God tells the Jewish people that you're the chosen people and you're supposed to be a light unto the nations. Every human being has their ways of serving God. And sometimes that's where anti-Semitism comes from. Not always. Sometimes it's just pure jealousy and hatred. But other times it says, you have a job to do. Stand up, chosen nation, and be the light. The secret is that God needs us more than we need God. Typically, in religion, you think, I'm the needy one, God's perfect, and if I need help, I'll reach out to God. The founder of the Hasidic movement said, if you're serving God for your benefit, for your slice of heaven, then how are you serving God? You're not serving anybody but yourself. The small living room of this house where they prayed for all the years in the beginning wasn't big enough. And they expanded 770 and until eventually it looked like this. A whole new world will open.
Wow, oh my goodness. So what happens in here?
Pretty much everything.
Yes.
Most of them don't even notice you're here. People always ask me when I give tours, are you able to come in and take pictures? Are people okay with that? And I say, on the contrary, if you don't take pictures, people are going to be offended. Like,
wow.
What, I'm not interesting?
Wow.
You come all the way to Hasidic synagogue?
Wow.
But here, look how they're studying over the Talmud, the details. And we're saying, God, we want to do the mitzvahs, we want to do the observances just the way that you like it. Look at this, look at the dedication. Thousands of years in exile. And we're still here. Come, let's get a Hasidic eye view capturing the beehive of activity.
Wow.
And it's for all ages, you know? Young,
It's so
old.
lively. It's lively. Everyone's reading, but also talking. They're spirited.
The Ark, where you keep the Torah scrolls. And there's a number of Torah scrolls, and you read them at the bima, this podium, or on top. That's why it's raised, so everyone in the synagogue can hear it.
Hey, we've seen these.
He can't speak in the middle of prayers.
Okay.
Come on, Max.
Sorry. It's like in Social Network when they're locked in. He's wired.
So these are for all the nations of the world, not just for Jews. So there's 7 universal laws for all of mankind. And on the other side, it speaks about the Lubavitcher Rebbe.
You might be thinking that this kid really knows his stuff, and that makes sense because he and many other students spend roughly 12 hours a day reading the Torah.
How much would you say you all read per day?
In school, you learn about 12, 13 hours a day.
The Lubavitcher Rebbe made a campaign that everyone should start learning 3 chapters a day, and then it takes around a little less than a year to finish the entire Nine.
You know Taylor Swift? What about Drake?
I grew up on a college campus. Students have told me who Drake is. I think he's a Jewish rapper, right?
Yes, he actually is.
I never heard of him.
When you see people out in New York, like young people, they're glued to their iPads, what do you think?
Stop frying their brain, I don't know.
Yeah.
People used to say like, oh, you're getting blocked off, and yeah, but I think nowadays it's already like pretty like revealed, like you already know like it's actually much healthier, and it's like, yeah, at the end of the day you actually gain much more.
Have you ever played video games?
I don't. I like to study Torah.
What do you think of secular New York?
Our goal when we go outside to the outer world, the secular world, is to spread the peace. Our world is filled with, unfortunately, lots of evil. So we focus on the good. Wherever you go, there's always going to be good. We don't focus on all the bad in this world.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
What do you want to be? You don't know?
Don't think about it.
You don't think about it. I like it.
They shouldn't think about what they're gonna get older. Now they just think about learning the Torah.
Just think about this now.
Welcome, Moshiach.
I like it. What do you want to be when you're older?
A rabbi.
Rabbi was a popular pick, and we wanted to talk to the rabbi at the front who supposedly had all the answers.
Let's say the yeshiva students are studying the Talmud.
Yes.
And they get to a very difficult passage, and they're stuck. Sometimes you need AAA, and sometimes you need AAA for Talmud study. So you come to Rabbi Gazinski.
Hello, how are you? I'm Max. Nice to meet you, Rabbi.
And we had questions. Now, before we interview this rabbi and get to other fascinating topics in this video,
as they were installing some new pipes, they broke through into a tunnel that ran below the building.
we want to ask you to subscribe to our channel. Our mission is simple. We try to capture the world without bias or fear. We don't do gotcha questions like in the synagogue or any fluff pieces. We just hold a mirror to things. If you support that, please subscribe. Now back to the video.
How much do you read a day?
I personally don't do that much sleeping, but
What do you think when you see people out in public always on their phones, constantly, while you're reading over 10 hours a day?
well, one could also study from the phone too. It's difficult, but you can.
Yeah, what do you think of Trump?
Generally speaking, he is more inclined with what God wants a person to do in this world, whether it's a Jew or whether it's a non-Jew.
What about Netanyahu?
Generally speaking, I wouldn't agree with a lot of his approach that he takes in regards to the land of Israel, because it's not inclined with the values of Torah. God gave the land of Israel as an everlasting gift to the everlasting people, the Jewish people, but you can't give away something that doesn't belong to someone else, and a person should be successful there. The policy of the state of Israel, since its creation, there have been,
Like Gaza
unfortunately,
in the West Bank?
everything. Unfortunately, it's one big approach of subjugation and subjugation and subjugation. Because if you would honestly care for the Arabs, then you would know that what you're claiming, Free Palestine, is detrimental to them. So either you're very ignorant and you're dumb and stupid, either you're evil. In other words, you would rather harm the Arabs just because it won't be good for the Jews.
Hasidic Judaism and Israel. The term Zionist, obviously charged. Are people here generally Zionist?
We're not Zionists. We're pro-Jews. God is a very important part of the country of Israel. So, at least from the Chabad perspective, is we're pro-Jews, and obviously the land of Israel is holy. But there are obviously differences when it comes to Zionism, and it gets sticky. You can ask any question. The only bad question is the one unasked.
I got a controversial question for you.
Oh, great.
What do you and the Jewish community in general think of Jesus?
I'm just getting a phone call. Well, first of all, he was Jewish, right? And doesn't he represent all Jews, like the suffering servant,
Right.
for all these thousands of years of exile? And he was a teacher. It's hard to know historically what is true and what is not. But the idea that the Jewish people are supposed to be a teacher, and that we've suffered a lot, and that people are relying on us, applies to all Jews, really. So he's another Jew.
One that they often cite, Talmud, is about Jesus and how he's burning in a vat of feces, terrible things in hell. Is that an accurate representation of how Jews view Jesus?
No, there's obviously more to discuss. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert,
Yes.
but everything does need context.
We then went to the students with the same questions.
What are you taught about Jesus? Why not speak?
say he left our religion, so we don't really support that.
You don't.
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal. Do you all have like an opinion on Donald Trump?
Not particularly.
Not particularly.
I just believe in God.
What about like Netanyahu?
I heard that recently he's following more what the Rabbi said to do. So then, according to that, I like what he's doing.
Yeah. Do you like Trump?
If he's here to promote peace, then we're all for it. We're all about promoting peace.
What about Netanyahu?
If he's here to promote peace, then
Yes.
we're for it.
You may be wondering how the movement grew from a few refugees to the roughly 200,000 Hasidic Jews who live in Brooklyn today.
Kids is a good start.
Yes.
And as I said before, thank God we have 9 children. As I said before, we're only halfway there. Right in the beginning of the Bible, God says, Peru urvu, be fruitful and multiply. This community did primarily come after the Holocaust. And in this very room, sitting right over there in that area, the Rebbe said his first Hasidic discourse when he took the mantle of leadership in 1951. And he said, we got a mission to do, and I can't do this alone. I need your help. You didn't escape the Holocaust in communist Russia to come here to Brooklyn to have your kosher store and have your synagogue and retire. That's not the goal here. We're going to do this together, and we're going to change the world. We're going to spread out from Crown Heights, and we're going to go to every corner of the globe. In the 70s, you didn't have, WhatsApp or internet, but you had these rotary telephones. Wow. And they would listen to what was called the live hookup to the broadcast for bringing here, and they would listen, if you were in Israel, it was 3 in the morning, here was 8 in the evening. And eventually went to over 600 locations around the world, and I just broke it. Welcome to headquarters of the CIA. Chabad in action. Oh, the beepers.
It's not from Hezbollah.
It's not from Hezbollah, thank God.
At this point, we had only met rabbis, students, and then this guy operating this room. So we couldn't help but wonder, what do Hasidic Jews do for work?
So some of them do get regular jobs. A lot of them will become rabbis. It could be real estate or an entrepreneurial thing on Amazon. If somebody does want to pursue a degree in law or an accountant, that does happen as well.
May I ask what you do?
I'm a tour guide.
Tour guide.
Yeah.
There you go. Wow.
My parents are so proud. He circumcised 3 of my 4 sons.
What happened to the 4th one?
4th one, his son did.
Oh, I thought it's not.
Yeah. No. We keep it in the Klein family. He's an actual scribe.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's going to be checking parchments.
How long have you been a scribe?
About 35 years.
Why does it matter that the letter's perfect?
Because there is a requirement halachically how it has to be written. It's not just taking and writing letters. I'll show you a copy of a mezuzah that is extremely sloppy, probably not even written by a Jewish person on the market, which is illegal. There is a requirement, and that's why to be a scribe takes about 2.5 to 3 years of training.
Yes, this man fixes handwritten Torah scrolls for a living. It's one of the more unusual jobs we encounter, but not the most unusual. That title will go to these Teflon makers. We first encountered Teflons when we met this guy.
Okay, great. You take off the GoPro, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
They actually start out like this. From the neck area of a kosher animal. The neck area is the stiffest piece of skin. Like the Jews are called the stiff neck nation. So they actually take a kosher animal, they take the skin, and they start molding it into 4 boxes. And they mold it, and they mold it, and they mold it, and eventually they paint it black.
Wow.
And it looks like that. This is one piece of skin that came from an animal. It's not wood, but it's pretty strong. And in these 4 compartments, you put little pieces of parchment that have the most famous parts of the Bible. And you put it between your eyes on your head, and you pray with it, as you saw in the synagogue.
Not everyone, though, is a scribe or Teflon maker. Some are even musicians, like the Teflon guy.
We live on the road right now. We have a band, Green Brothers Band, so we're constantly going different places. And we're trying to just appreciate life, live in the moment, play music. Recently we moved to a farm in the Appalachians.
Where?
Appalachian Mountains. We don't say where. With my family in general, we're kind of done with the whole city life, done with it's always buzzing, always moving, there's politics, there's always like something. It's not the real world for us. So we decided, we bought a bunch of acres in Appalachians. We all have music, we all have each other.
Are there any Jewish people in your area?
No Jewish people.
Right now, with everything going on with Israel and all the anti-Semitism, how has it been? How have the last 2 years been for you?
It's been, I mean, I'm not on social media, so I don't experience any of the hate online, but I've gotten comments on the street. I got a lot of love also, and just constantly, I walk around with my kippah, my tzitzit, I'm not embarrassed at all, I'll go anywhere. I've traveled Europe with this, dangerous places where they say, and I'm proud of who I am, so if you don't like the way I live, then go live your own life.
When we went back inside, the students and rabbis had gathered at the front. It was time for afternoon prayer, and leading it today was none other than Rabbi Katz.
What is this yellow pen? It's a Mashiach pen.
A Mashiach pen.
It never says we have to spread about Mashiach. So one of the reasons.
So every single generation, there's one leader, one person that fits the role for the Mashiach. In our generation, this is him. And he prophesies that our generation is going to be the last generation, meaning that there's not going to be any other leader that's going to come after. Rather, he's the one that fits the bill, and he's the one that's going to take us straight to redemption, straight to Geula.
Now, okay, at this point in the video, you probably noticed one thing missing. Where are all the women?
First of all, these are mostly yeshiva students, so they're not married. Your average husband is working. Typically in a synagogue, you have a divider in the middle, and the men are on one side and the women are on another, but because this was sort of an excavated basement, the women's section runs all the way up around. That's the women's section. But during the day, for the girls, they have their own seminaries. It's not here, it's in another location in Crown Heights.
When we left the synagogue, we asked Rabbi Katz about the tunnels, because I know many of you will comment it since the tunnels that went viral on social media were allegedly dug in this area.
Are the tunnels actually around here?
No, there were never tunnels. It was just simply expanding like towards the end.
So that's just another one of those internet things.
Yeah. Yeshiva students, they wanted to expand a little bit. It just took on a whole life of its own, and I'm not going to deny that in Crown Heights we like to dig deeper. And the whole story blew over, and that just goes to show that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. But actually, after that room expanded, they came with a cement truck, funny enough, and they filled up that room, that area with cement.
I saw that, yeah.
And all the Shiva students were very upset. They thought it was anti-Semitism.
Oh, wow. The new epidemic.
So maybe Rabbi Katz is right, and the tunnels were just college students horsing around. But other theories abound, including that the tunnels were dug under the commands of a now-deceased Rabbi, who some believe is the Messiah and still alive somewhere. The footage of the tunnels and the clashes with the police garnered so much social media attention. But regardless of that, we asked Rabbi Katz one more important question. Why does he dress like this when it's so hot outside?
Do you not get hot in this?
Of course I do. But don't the construction workers get hot in what they're wearing? And the police officers and the traffic, But when it's important and it means something and it's necessary, you make it happen.
So after a few more Rabbi Katz puns...
My lightsaber.
Your lightsaber, yeah.
Check this out. Gus, you getting this? Boom. Later on in the Torah scroll, you read about the first time tennis was played. And Joseph served in Pharaoh's court.
There you go.
Okay, I'm done. I'll spare everybody.
Dreams. I like
no
that,
more dad jokes, although they're very punny.
One thing was clear. The Hasidic Jewish community was incredibly welcoming, and we appreciate their openness, and especially Rabbi Katz for his generosity in showing us around. Now, if you enjoyed this video and support our mission of capturing the world without bias or fear, please make sure to hit subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much. Cannot wait to read the comments.